Hello everyone. So I got a request from a patron to show how to create one of these DeadSpace style 3D UI like the one you see here. So I'm just gonna implement a demonstration of how to implement something like that. We are actually not going to implement a fully featured inventory system or menu system like that. This is what we're actually going to do. So here we are going to add a simple inventory which allows us to select weapons. We don't really have weapons. I just want to show you how to implement the UI. So this is in 3D space, and also when I press Q I can bring up the UI for the inventory, and using mouse wheel we can change the selection. So this is what we are going to work on today, and this episode is sponsored by this generous patron. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, so this is the default third-person template. This is what I'm going to use as the base project to implement the 3D menu system. So right now here in the blueprints folder I'll add a new folder, UI, and let's just create some simple user interface widget. User widget WTG inventory. Let's call it an inventory, even though I'm not going to focus on any actual inventory functions. I just need something to show up in the as a menu, as a UI. So to get started I'll add a canvas panel and let's add few buttons. Maybe this could be a bit larger, 300 by 50. Oh, sorry, size 300 by 50. Button 0, it's okay. Let's add a text as well. Let's just call it weapon 1. Let's give it some interesting color, not for the letters but for the weapon itself. This color is good. Yeah, okay. Now let me copy this and paste 50 by 50. Okay, the space is too much, so let's make it a bit wider. Right, this I'll name weapon 2. Oh sorry, 250. Right, now we have 3 buttons, and then I need to show that in the 3D space. So actually I need to show it when I press like a inventory button, but let's go here. I don't want to spend time on setting up a separate input, so let's just make it visible by default. Let's add scene component. No, let's add widget component here. I'll attach it, make it under place it in a place like this, and as the user widget, where can I select the widget? Widget class. Oh, it's here. Why didn't I say that? I want to put WDG in entry. Oh, that's too big and it's only visible from this side, but I need to see from behind, so I'll rotate it like this. Draw size 100 by 100. That doesn't work. Okay, pivot. I'll set it to 0 by 0. Can we scale this down? Yeah. Still too big. Okay, let's see how this looks in the game, like this. Right, now to get the dead space like look, I'll move the camera closer like this and pick up. Let's see how it looks. No, not enough. And still no. Oh, that's too close. Maybe right, this seems good enough. Where did I get? Oh, we already have a character. Let me process that. Oh, character is rotating in an odd way. That's because of this target offset. Let me reset that and set offset like this. And also widget, I think we can move it up. It's better to move it up. Right, now it looks better. Okay, so now let's set up an input. Only when we press a button, let's say Q, input Q. I'm not going to set up a enhanced input, just the key event, and I'll make this invisible by default. How can I do that? Yeah, let's try it in game. Okay, now when I get Q, set it in game. I'll set it to false when I press Q, and when I release Q, I'll make it hidden. Okay, now when I press Q, I get this 3D UI. When I release it. Okay, now If I want to like give an input here and to this like a selection, but how can I do that? How about something like this? Okay, by default I'll have some opacity like 0.4, and the selected one should have a high opacity like this, and whatever I select should be highlighted. I can highlight it this way. So to do that, here I'll set up a custom event, select no, let's implement it through an interface. That should be simpler. So add blueprint interface BPI inventory UI, select, and as an input I need an integer index. Okay, now here I'll implement it. Edited interfaces BPI inventory UI. Now I can implement select event select through BPI inventory UI. So what I'm gonna do is get all the buttons like this. What's the color we change? Background color. Okay, set background color to, what's the color we used originally? This one? Oh yeah, it's not necessary to use the same color. I just want to demonstrate how to do this part. So by default everything should be less visible because none of them are selected, and then whatever the selected one should be highlighted. So for that we can do we can have another one just like this, and here we don't need any transparency, so I'll make it white and make it 1, and then select the button that we need to highlight using this index. So we have 3 buttons, so we need 3 inputs. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perhaps instead of getting this index as a parameter, maybe we should allow player to cycle through the menu items using mouse wheel. So let's change it like this, select, next. Yeah, that should be more convenient actually, because we are not giving full UI input mode. We just have to rely on like simpler inputs. So I'll promote this to a variable selection. So by default selection should be 0. Yeah, and now let's keep it -1, and then whenever we make a selection, let's increment it. So increment int and selection. Then let's call this in here. Select next. So by default we should have first item selected. And another thing is here, let's get the modulus division 3, because we only have 3 buttons, so it should keep cycling through. If selection goes to 3, we get 0. If selection goes to 4, we get 1. So we can keep cycling through. Right, wait, now let me see. Oh, 2 is selected. How is that? Does this get called twice? Or did I? Well, anyway, it's not a problem since we are allowing player to cycle through anyway. So mouse wheel up. So here, if the widget is visible, that means we are showing this widget. We have opened the inventory. Get if this is hidden in game. If this is true, that means it's hidden, that means we are not showing the inventory. If this is false, that means we are showing the inventory. So then here, let's get the component, get user widget, and call select next. Right, shall we check? Okay, press Q. Mouse wheel up, not showing, not doing anything. Why is that? Sorry, I should have connected it to false, because false means this is hidden, is false means it's not hidden, that means we are showing the widget. See, we can cycle through weapons. Let me add another function, select previous. So all that should does is in the widget select previous. Wait, decrement this integer selection and call the same thing. Here we can call mouse wheel down. Same thing, except we should call select previous. Okay, so now press Q. What happens? Oh, I'm trying to read property. What's this error? Ah, sorry. It goes to negative values. So we should get absolute value here. Okay. And it's reverted. Because when I push mouse forward, it goes down, the selection goes down. So that feels wrong. Okay, now we can perfectly select the weapons with my mouse wheel with this 3D widget. We actually don't have any weapons, but when you have implemented that, you get this nice 3D widget. Another minor issue is the selection direction seems reverted when we are in the negative space. So we can do this. If this is no, we should, this is less than 0, that means we are going into negative space. Let's have a branch and set selection as 2 so that we go to the last option. Otherwise we don't have to do anything. I'm not sure actually this logic. Let's test. Well, it's okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop this episode right here. So thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.